Introducing at this time, a height of 6 foot even, a weight of 157 pounds, with a record of 3 wins, just 1 loss. From Buford, Georgia, fighting for Cantrell, red corner, Mike Cantrell. His opponent, a height of 5'10", a weight of 157 pounds, with a record of 4 wins, 0 losses. From Athens, Georgia, fighting for the hardcore gym, blue corner, Shane McNew. Welcome to round number 1, brought to you by the NFC. Your referee for this fight, Mr. George Allen.
Whoa. Mike Cantrell going for a guillotine early. He actually has a one arm trapped in between his legs, it looks like. Mike? Oh yeah. Shane needs to look to get swept. Mike Cantrell could easily sweep him towards us right now.
Yeah, Shane just got his head out right now. But you're right for that sweep. Mike Cantrell wanted the triangle.
Shane looking for the pass.
Nice up kick.
Yeah. Shane's got to be careful inside of this guard. Mike Cantrell's got long legs. Triangle's perfect for the longer legs.
Yeah, it's easy to just walk in.
Shane McNew is currently undefeated at 4-0. He's got good wrestling. He's got very creative jiu-jitsu. Very interested to see how this fight's going to go. Looks like Mike Cantrell might have made a mistake jumping for that guillotine, because now Shane McNew's on top. In the judge's eyes, if you're on top, you're winning, but he's got to watch for this triangle. He pops it up, but
there it is.
Mike Cantrell's got the triangle.
Shane's rolling.
Mike's going to take the mount. Mike's going to take mount.
Shane's out.
Shane's out.
The back.
Awkward position, but Mike ends up on top.
Is he going to try and get in the mount or switch over to side control?
Shane has very tricky sweeps. He's got a good triangle. He's got a good arm bar from inside his guard. Mike Cantrell on top looking to rain down some leather. He's trying to get some space here so he can land some good punches from inside the guard, but Shane's playing a pretty active guard.
Yeah, he just pulled full guard.
Shane looking to set that triangle up. You always know when the knee goes under the armpit. Just trying to isolate the head and the arm.
Well, Shane keeps opening up his guard. I'm waiting for Mike to realize it and pop out.
That's one thing, when you're in the heat, you're in the fire, that's what you rely on the corner for, to tell you the guard's open and stuff like that, because you can't really tell.
Yeah, Brandon Longano is actually the #1 contender for Chaz Walton's 155-pound title, but this could definitely be a title contention fight if Brandon Longano were to get injured.
Yes, it could. You trying to stir me up over here? Is that what's happening? I don't want to talk about it.
An interesting first round. It went back and forth. It looked like Mike Cantrell had a little bit of the upper hand, though.
Very interesting tattoo Shane McNew has on his shoulders.
Everything's interesting about that guy. His tattoos, his shorts, his hair, his beard.
He's just an interesting individual. Shane McNew coming out of a hardcore gym. One of the best gyms on the East Coast, one of the best gyms in Georgia. Obviously you got Adam and Rory Singer there, great coaches. Shane looking to just put that jab out there. Mike Cantrell lands a left. Shane lands a big right. Shane likes to slug, so if Mike Cantrell thinks that's what he wants to do, Shane's going to answer.
Yeah, but Mike caught that leg and went straight for the takedown.
Yep, he's just going to be really careful down here. He's looking to pass. Very nice technical takedown from Mike Cantrell.
Well timed.
It's all about time.
Watching Mike look at his corner and listen to their advice.
Shane looking for the triangle again. Mike knows it's coming.
Did a good job of keeping that right arm from getting isolated.
The jiu-jitsu game is kind of like striking. You got to throw a couple feints. You got to fake an arm bar, go to a triangle, fake a triangle, go to an omoplata. You got to set them up. When you get with high-level jiu-jitsu guys, just going for it usually isn't going to work.
Yeah, definitely flowing from one thing to the next helps a lot.
It's a chess match, but Shane is really neutralizing Mike Cantrell and not letting him posture up and land any shots. I don't think he's landed any devastating shots from inside the guard yet.
No, not at all. But Mike did a good job of putting Shane's shoulders and head up against the cage.
Shane really needs to use the cage to walk up here.
Interesting note, Mike Cantrell's only loss is to Brandon Longano, who's next up in line for Chaz Walton's 155-pound title.
You and all these facts. Who is that? Who are you talking about? Or the other guy?
We got Mike Cantrell landing some body shots on Shane right now up against the cage. Not really doing much, but staying on top and doing a little work looks good in the judge's eyes.
As long as he's landing strikes, he's getting points, and he's not defending a submission the whole time, he's winning.
Yep.
Shane McNew pretty comfortable off his back, but that could be the kryptonite to some fighters.
Yeah, I've seen Shane in grappling expos too, and he just rolls from one thing to another, but right now he's just stuck on his back, and he's been that way for a good part of this round.
Mike Cantrell's winning this fight.
Good show of sportsmanship though, helping him up after that round.
You see, that's a trick. If they help you up, they have to use a little energy, and you don't.
We got Mike Cantrell just dancing during that intermission, ready to go out and swing.
Getting a little rhythm roll. Whoa, nice shot.
Nice hands. Nice right though.
Shane McNew just kind of winging it as a defense. It backed Mike up, but if Mike starts calculating his strikes, it could really be a short night here.
Yeah, Shane needs to work that jab. Just throwing out big rights isn't always going to work.
Shot from Shane, but he kind of stopped when he hit the hips and didn't follow through.
Shane's throwing some knees right now. Got him clenched up against the cage. Looking like he wants to go for a single, let it go, and then Mike goes for a single and a double. Big slam.
Both guys on the cage right in front of us.
Got Mike Cantrell doing a little bit of body work right now to Shane's ribs. Shane back with his shoulders against the cage, his whole body right now.
Mike Cantrell putting the weight on Shane here. Shane really wants to look to walk up the cage. Get out from under Mike. Mike Cantrell passing the half guard.
Yeah, Shane's shoulders are still up against his cage. He might be able to walk up it if Mike lets up a little bit, but it's not looking like it's going to happen.
Shane's starting to work his way up.
He's working his way up, but Mike can slip to his back pretty quick right now. He's got the overrun of the seatbelt, but Shane's back on his feet. There's a mouthpiece out.
Mouthpiece is out and on the table.
George! George! He got it.
Big right hand lands from Shane. Oh, another right.
Another big right by Shane.
Another right hand nearly misses. Mike Cantrell putting on a straight punch clinic, fighting without a mouthpiece.
Looks like Shane McNew might not be undefeated anymore.
All three judges saw it the same. 27